Hey guys, so today I'm filming a review and a few on these sleek cream to powder blushes. I've been testing these out the past couple weeks and I wanted to share my thoughts with you. So if you are unfamiliar, Sleek Makeup is a drugstore brand in the UK, but do not fret if you live in the United States like I do because Sleek does ship to America. Shipping to America only costs about $4, which is really inexpensive, especially for international shipping, but you will have to wait a little bit longer for your package. I'm gonna say between 2 to 3 weeks. So for price and availability, these blushes retail for $9. You can purchase them on sleekmakeup.com and in drugstores in the UK. So now on to the packaging. It is extremely reminiscent of the NARS blush packaging, which I love, except this is a plastic material that is really smooth feeling, but it isn't that rubberized material that NARS blush packaging is, which gets everything stuck to it and it gets dirty really easily. So I actually think the Sleek packaging is an improvement. And here is what the packaging looks like on the inside. Not a lot of excess packaging. You really just get your blush and then you do get a decent sized mirror, which I think is really nice. I think that the packaging is pretty darn slim, so the packaging is really phenomenal on this product. So now I'm going to read you the claims from the Sleek website. This innovative cream to powder blush offers intense color with a dewy satin finish. The soft texture blends to a light powdery effect that is suitable for all skin types. The silky long wear texture glides on smoothly for a soft and comfortable finish. The range of stunning hues from soft pink to warm coral and fuchsia will brighten and flatter all complexions. And it says the cream to powder blush sculpts and highlights cheekbones in an ultra natural way. So it doesn't really claim anything too extraordinary. The dewy satin finish claim doesn't make sense to me because dewy and satin is extremely different for me. Satin is more on the verge of matte with a little bit of a glow to it, whereas dewy is like wet and shiny. So dewy and satin are two completely different finishes to me, so that kind of confused me. So now for shades, there are 6 shades in the range. I have 2 of the 6, and these are all neon bright intense shades with the exception of one, which is French Rose. And this doesn't really look like a rosy color to me. This looks like a neutral peachy coral color, but so beautiful. I really love this shade. And the other color I have is the one that I'm wearing today, and this is Pink Peony, which is like wham bam punch you in your face bright color, which is so pretty. The other shades they have are fuchsia, coral, red, and I believe another shade of pink. I will have them all listed down below. They are all names of flowers, which is really pretty. But these are very intense colors. So if you are very fair like me and you're afraid of too much color, definitely recommend French Rose. And if you are medium tan or a deep complexion, I think that these bright shades will look amazing on your skin tone. It's really all up to your color preference. 6 shades is not a ton, but it isn't bad either. So here are some swatches. This is French Rose and this is Pink Peony. So as far as pigmentation goes, these are fully opaque. You need the slightest amount to get full on color, even on the French Rose shade, which I think is really impressive. I love really pigmented blushes, but the one thing I do have to say about this pigmentation is that because it is a cream blush, these are easy to blend, but they aren't easy to sheer out like a powder blush can be. I love bright neon intense colors, but I like them in powder blush because I can help blend them out. I can use a little bit of powder to sheer them out, and I feel like it's not as easy with the cream powder formula. So these are really pigmented, but with that intense pigmentation can be a little bit of trouble. So now for texture and finish, these are not dewy whatsoever. These are a satin finish. None of the shades have shimmer in them. They are all just straight cream blush, which I really love. And as far as the texture goes, these are different from most cream blushes that I've tried. The NYX cream blushes are a lot more wet and emollient, which does not work on my oily skin. Then we have the Maybelline Dream Bouncy blushes, which have a similar texture of being not too dry and not too creamy, but they are harder to pick up product. They aren't as pigmented as these. And then I've also tried the Revlon Photo Ready cream blushes, which are a much harder texture, and you really have to work to pick up some of that pigmentation. So this is kind of right in the middle of all of those. So I I think that the consistency of this cream blush is phenomenal, and it does look satin on the skin. It has a little bit of a glow to it, or a little bit of life to it, but it doesn't have any shimmer or shine. It doesn't look wet, but it also doesn't look super dry and matte. They do live up to the claim of being a cream to powder blush. They do not feel wet or tacky on the skin, which I love because I am an oily skin girl, and that's why I'm usually afraid of cream blush, but these are perfect. They have the perfect cream to powder finish. Absolutely love them. And if you are dry skin, I don't think it's going to really cling to dry patches or look too dry. It is like a natural satin finish, so I think that this finish would work for all skin types. So for application, I have two different brushes that I've tried these products with. You can also use your fingers. I do not like applying products with my fingers at all, and I know I can get more control that way, but I just feel more comfortable using a brush. So the two brushes I have used would be the e.l.f. Small Stipple Brush and the Real Techniques Buffing Brush. I think both of these work really well. As you can see, there is a size difference. The e.l.f. is smaller, so if you have smaller cheeks, you might want to go with the e.l.f. But if you have a little bit larger cheeks like me, I would not be afraid that the Real Techniques brush would be too big. So I love both of these brushes equally for applying these blushes. I feel like these brush hairs work really, really well with the texture of these cream blushes to pick up just the perfect amount of color. Neither one of these pick up a giant glob of blush, but of course that also depends on if you go in there digging and digging, which you do not need to do. I would recommend going in there and just tapping on the product and building as you need. I used the e.l.f. today with the pink peony, and it worked really, really well. It picked up product actually better than I was assuming it would, because the Real Techniques is a little bit more dense while the e.l.f. is a stippling brush, but both of these work so well. So I recommend either of these brushes to apply these cream blushes. Again, you can use your fingers, but that's not what I like. I found that these applied so easily, and I was able to blend them out, not sheer them out, but I was able to blend them so they looked a little bit more natural on the skin. So I think that these apply really easily. They blend out nicely, but I would recommend going in with a little bit of product at first and then building the color as needed so you don't end up with crazy clown cheeks. So for lasting power, these last all day on me. I do not have trouble with them fading, and I do not need to set them with a powder blush. These last perfectly well on their own. And again, I have very oily skin, so product does wear off of me a lot quicker than it does people with normal or dry skin, and these last on me all day. So my overall rating of these cream to powder blushes would be a 4 out of 5. And the only reason they're not getting a perfect score is because I am not a cream blush person. I do love these. I have been wearing them a lot, and I will continue to wear them a lot, but I just prefer powder blushes. And also the shade selection. 6 shades is not bad, but they are all Neon Bright Intense shades with the exception of one. So that does not really work for my skin tone super well. I am able to work with it, but I would like it if they had a couple more lighter shades or mid-tone shades in their range as well. Guys, I really recommend these. The formula is incredible. Like I said, probably the best cream blush I've ever tried formula-wise, because not too creamy, not too dry. It's very easy to apply. I absolutely love these, and I recommend that you guys go check them out if you are interested in trying a cream blush. And if you're interested in trying sleek products, I think that this would be a great one to try out. French Rose is definitely my favorite shade. I would highly, highly recommend this one. It is stunning. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed. Please let me know if you've tried these products before. Let me know your favorite cream blush, and let me know what products that you've tried from Sleek Makeup. Thank you so much for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.